Casto came all the way from Teesside, so yay! Thank you.
Great. Thank you. I wanted to go ahead and thank you, Benny, for the actual awesome little talk you did there on Never Alone. It's very much the inspiration for the work we're doing at Teesside University. I am fortunate enough to teach one of the premier game art programs in the UK, or so the administration forces me to tell everyone. And our students are remarkably talented. And what we're doing currently is working on a VR project to create a visualization, which probably will be evolved into an actual game concept based on the cultural heritage of the South American people of the Andes. And what we're doing is working in collaboration with archaeologists, stakeholder communities, the government itself, to actually create a visualization based on not only the extant archaeology, but also the rich cultural heritage of their folklore and tales. Right now, we're focusing most of our work on the side of Tiwanaku and the Bolivian highlands and whatnot. And we're doing a reconstruction based not only on the archaeological remains, but also on the folklore which has surrounded that area. Currently, the actual site is not fully excavated. It hasn't been fully explored. And so we're hoping engagements like this will arouse people's curiosity in it. We're working with archaeologists over in Finland and Belgium, the United States, of course, and also South America, taking their artifacts and doing reconstructions, visualizations of them within VR. Here are some ceramics from the actual site of Priti in Lake Titicaca. That's the famous foot vessel, which everyone seems to like, including myself. But our students are using this work to create engaging visuals. We're using technology such as Unreal Engine and current production pipelines that game industries use to create these little snippets of life which existed back in the 800s to 1100 AD, as well as part of the residential areas, looking at artifacts which have been remained and reconstructed and investigated by archaeologists and anthropologists, and also rebuilding the sites themselves based on people's research and whatnot. This is the Bennett monolith, which is 9 meters high, actually, within a sunken quartz right next to the Akapana pyramid. And that's the Akapana pyramid itself. We're primarily focusing on visualizations, but we will be going over into narrative exploration, seeing how these things impact people. We want to engage with people on the level of Never Alone, also as games such as What Became of Edith Finch, which has a rich narrative background, exploring not only cultural ties, but also family ties and whatnot. And so we're basing the idea of having, and this is actual environment which the actual students worked on. I'm very proud of them and whatnot. We've used the research to rebuild these ceramics, do visualizations and concepts, and enabled us to actually view this in real time in actual virtual reality. But the idea is that we will be able to explore the site via an archaeologist's lounge, to study, and engage with the culture, the material culture, and also the cultural folklore and whatnot. But this is something which actually the students are remarkably engaged with, both in terms of what the visuals are being presented as, but also in terms of how we're interacting with the actual academics out there. We recently traveled to Berkeley, over to the US. These are some samples of using the iconography of the Andes to do little creatures and ceramics and whatnot. This is them going a little crazy with the actual motifs. But we actually went over to Institute of Andean Studies, their conference in Berkeley, and presented this to the actual archaeologists, and they were having quite a unique experience with them. Not only showing the actual world, but discussing their research and how that can be embedded within our actual worlds. That's Donna Nash. She has quite a reputation in the community. One of our lead artists, Emily, and that's the team right there. I find it remarkably supportive of the university to actually help us with engaging within the community itself. That's it. Cool. Thank you.